What is the number one sports card of the week? Could it be Tyrese Maxiell? Could it be CJ Stroud? Or could it even be somebody from hockey? We'll tell you which one it is next. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. And what a week it is here at Sports Card Investor. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, a special time, we're going live on Whatnot on the Sports Card Investor channel. Look what I am giving away tonight, guys. I've got a hobby box of Mosaic football, a hobby box of Mosaic basketball. I've even got some Bowman Chrome baseball. All of this being given away 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Sports Card Investor channel on Whatnot. And then on Thursday, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be back on Whatnot, this time under the Cards HQ shop account to sell the 500 cards that I picked up at the Nashville Card Show. So scan that QR code. This QR code is going to take you straight to the Cards HQ shop account. That's the one for Thursday. Or click the link in the show notes below so you can follow that account as well, because you're going to want to be part of that big sale on Thursday as part of the Whatnot Card Show. And I'm going live starting at 5 p.m. and I will be live all night selling all of those cards. So I'll see you tonight at 8 and I'll see you Thursday at 5 Eastern Time, both times on Whatnot. It's also been a good week for the sports card market. Let's take a quick look at the overall sports card market with a market pulse by Market Movers. And you can see that we're actually slightly up over the last 7 days. And the reason why, and we're here, by the way, looking at the SCI 500 index of 500 prominent sports cards. The reason why being slightly up is a good thing is November is typically a down month. You typically see the sports card market drop. So the fact that we are kind of treading water is not a bad thing. Of course, we are down in the last 30 days overall, and we are down on the year to date, certainly. But hopefully we close out the last couple of weeks here of the year in okay fashion. But now let's talk about the cards going up and down the most. It's time for today's Top 5. We're starting today with a cold card, and it is Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson is the cold card. This is surprising to me because there were a lot of people out there, including some of my Sports Card Investor team members, who said that Scoot Henderson was going to win Rookie of the Year this year over Wemby. They were predicting that, but it has not turned out that way so far. You guys know Scoot Henderson is, of course, a guard for the Portland Trail Blazers. And there were a lot of people excited about him and what he could bring to the NBA, but so far he is averaging just 9 points per game, and he has about as many turnovers per game as he has assists per game. That's not great. He's also only shooting around 35% overall and less than 10% from the three-point line. And now he's injured with a bone bruise in his ankle. He's expected to miss the next 2 to 3 weeks. You can imagine that all of this is causing his card prices to go down. That's what's happening. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and I brought up 4 of his rookie cards on the screen from 2023 Prism draft picks. Of course, there's not a lot of NBA cards out yet with the players in their NBA uniforms, but we do have Prism draft picks, which came out the pre-NBA season set this year. I've got his silver, I've got his manga, I've got his red out of 299, and I've got his stained glass, all raw condition here. And all of these over the last 30 days, they have dipped quite a bit, as you can see on the graph. In fact, all of these are down anywhere between down between about 48% and all the way up to down 85%. It is that manga that was at one point selling for $1,100 in raw condition. That card most recently sold for $162. That is a serious haircut for whoever bought that card at $1,100. And all of these cards are down similarly. The stained glass has dropped from $200 to now just $56. Look, Scoot's gonna have a long career. Hopefully he can get back out there and start actually contributing in a big way again. But then again, once he does, there's gonna be cards in the NBA uniforms coming out. So a lot of these Prism draft picks cards probably will never be that valuable in the long run. Next, let's cover a big-time investment card today. And how about the 1977 Topps Luke Skywalker card? This is a big-time card because in PSA 10 condition, there's only 9 of those in the world. And one just sold the other day at Heritage Auctions for $78,000. That is the first public sale of this card for a few years, and the last time it sold back in 2019, it sold for only a little over $7,000. So the PSA 10 has gone from around $7,000 to $78,000 over the course of the last few years. That is a nice investment return. And it's not just the PSA 10 that's done well. If we look here in Market Movers, we can look over the last 365 days at this card in PSA 8 and PSA 7 condition. These are a little more approachable for the everyday collector in terms of price. And you can see these are up over the last 365 days as well. In fact, the PSA 8 has gone from $800 to $1,000 over the last year, and the PSA 7 has gone from $282 to $462 over the last year. This is during a year when a lot of cards in the card market have gone down in price, but not Luke Skywalker. Sometimes those rare, iconic cards still continue to go up, and that's why we dub them as investment cards on this show. Now let's talk about some current players going up. And in the number 5 position today, it is Aiden OConnell, the surprising rookie quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was selected in the 4th round of this year's draft, expected to be Jimmy Garoppolo's backup. But the Raiders recently named him the starter for the remainder of the season to try to give their talented offense a spark that Jimmy G was not able to provide. And since Aiden OConnell came into that starting job, the Raiders are 2-0. The team seems energized. Of course, they also, by the way, fired their head coach too, which maybe has helped with things. But Devontae Adams is back to playing good again. He seemed that he was fed up with Jimmy Garoppolo's inaccuracy, and he seems to have a good connection thus far with Aiden OConnell. And O'Connell's card prices, as you might imagine, they're doing good on the back of all of this as well. Let's take a look in Market Movers. Now, he doesn't have many cards out yet in his pro uniforms, but one of the sets that has come out is Mosaic. And so we have on the screen his 2023 Mosaic Silver, his Mosaic In Focus Signatures, and his Mosaic Rookie Autographs signature card there, all in raw condition. And you can look on the screen what these have done over the last 30 days. These are all up considerably over the last 30 days, anywhere between 31% and 207%. In fact, you could have bought one of those In Focus Signatures cards in raw condition 30 days ago for around $17, and you could have sold it today for around $54. That is a pretty nice 207% increase in just 30 days on an Aiden OConnell card. Sticking with NFL quarterbacks for the number 4 spot today, it is Joshua Dobbs. You probably didn't expect to see Joshua Dobbs on this list a couple of weeks ago when he was traded to Minnesota, because when he was traded, he wasn't expected to be the starter right away. In fact, Jaron Hill was going to be the guy filling in for the injured Kirk Cousins, but that didn't work for very long. Joshua Dobbs came in a game, of course, unfortunately, against my Atlanta Falcons, having just been traded 3 days earlier, and without even knowing the playbook, he racked up 3 touchdowns and led the Vikings to the victory over the Falcons in Week 9. And then this past weekend, he followed it up with another good performance and a victory over the Saints, making him 2-0 as Minnesota's starter. And of course, Minnesota has been on the rise, so they have postseason aspirations, and Joshua Dobbs is the quarterback who now looks like he can get them there. This, as you can imagine, is causing his card prices to go up quite a bit. Let's look here in Market Movers. Look at this graph. My goodness, look at these cards take off over the last couple of weeks since that trade to Minnesota and those incredible performances. And specifically, we're looking at 3 of his cards from 2017. These are all in raw condition as well. There's actually not that many graded Joshua Dobbs cards out there. So we're looking at his 2017 Prism Silver in raw condition, his Optic Rated Rookie Autographs in raw condition, that's number to 150, and his Contenders Rookie Ticket Auto in raw condition. All of these cards up anywhere between, oh my goodness, these are up anywhere between 186% and 950%. His 2017 Contenders Rookie Ticket Auto in raw condition, somebody bought that card for around $7 30 days ago. It most recently sold for $70. That is not a bad 10xing of your money in just 30 days. That's the fun thing about sports cards. You never know who's going to take off next and what cards you might have, maybe even cards you can find in the dollar bin that someday could become worth $100 or more. Those things are possible, and if you're one of those holders of Josh Dobbs cards from a while ago, pull them out because they're worth a lot more today than they were last time you probably looked at them. We're going to hockey for the number 3 spot today, and it is Quinn Hughes, the defenseman for the Vancouver Canucks, not to be confused with his brother Jack Hughes, who has been on this list before. Jack went first overall in the 2019 draft, and then Quinn went 7th overall in the draft. And since being drafted, Quinn has become the face of the Vancouver franchise. They recently rewarded him with a 6-year, $47 million contract. And this season, Quinn was named the 15th team captain in Vancouver history, making him the youngest current captain in the NHL. And he has been on an absolute tear this NHL season, currently tied for 3rd in the NHL in points with 23. He also leads the entire NHL in plus minus with a plus 18 right now. You can imagine his cards, they're leading the way as well in the hockey card market. Let's take a look here inside Market Movers and look at these things shoot up. And by the way, for our Canadian friends, I'm going to change my price to Canadian dollars because you can do that now in Market Movers. So we'll look at the prices in Canadian dollars of these cards. And you can see as we dig into the details here, we're looking at his 2019 Upper Decks Young Guns rookie card. In PSA 10, I should say, PSA 9, and SGC 10. And in Canadian dollars, and in US dollars as well, these cards are up quite a bit, anywhere between about 43% and 106% over the course of the last 30 days. It is that PSA 10 that has increased from 167 Canadian dollars to 345 Canadian dollars over the past 30 days. These are really, really nice increases for any card. It's great to see Quinn Hughes' impact on the hockey card market right now. Going to basketball for the number 2 spot today, and you probably guessed Tyrese Maxiell would be on today's list, and if you guessed, you would be correct, because that 23-year-old guard for the Philadelphia 76ers just put up 50 points in a game against the Indiana Pacers, and that's maybe no surprise because he has been playing great all season in the wake of the departure of James Harden. Maxey now has the number 2 role on that team behind Joel Embiid, and he is taking full advantage of the opportunity, averaging almost 29 points per game and over 7 assists per game, over 5 rebounds per game, has a high player efficiency rating, and of course, the 76ers are also playing extremely well. They have one of the best records in basketball. Let's take a look at Maxey's cards. You can see here on the screen over the last 30 days, look at these things absolutely shoot up. Those are the types of graphs you want to see when looking in Market Movers. And we're looking at a rainbow of his 2020 Prism rookie cards, his Prism Silver, Prism Green, his Prism Red, White, and Blue, his Prism Purple Wave, and his Prism Ruby Wave, all in PSA 10 condition for this comparison. And all of these cards up anywhere between about 18% and all the way up at 95% over the last 35 days in terms of increase. It's that Purple Wave that's gone from $115 to $225 in just 30 days. The Ruby Wave went from $90 to $162, and the Silver went from $200 to $317 over the last 30 days. Those are big time increases. Were you buying Tyrese Maxiell this offseason? If you were, congratulations. You've done really well for yourself here at the start of the NBA season. It's time for today's number 1 card, but before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's episode are from Market Movers, and I want you to try Market Movers. There's 2 ways you can do that. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar for the desktop version, or on your mobile phone, go to the App Store on your phone right now and download Market Movers. You're gonna have a lot of fun trying out Market Movers to track your collection and the price changes of millions and millions of cards. All right, it's time for number 1. You guys ready? It is, drum roll, CJ Stroud. Of course it's CJ Stroud, because CJ Stroud has been absolutely electric so far this NFL season. It seems like the Texans got it right with the number 2 pick. We're not sure Carolina did with Bryce Young at number 1, but you know what? Time will tell. He's still got time to develop. But it seems quite clear that CJ Stroud at the number 2 pick for the Texans was in fact an excellent pick. He's already been setting rookie records. Of course, it was just a couple of weeks ago that he led the Texans to a 470-yard passing performance with 5 touchdowns against the Bucs. And then he followed it up with another comeback win this past weekend over the Bengals. These are surprising big-time wins for a rookie quarterback. And as you can imagine, his card prices are going up as well. Now, he's already been on the list this year. So what I thought we would do is take a look today at some of his Bowman U cards, because not a lot of people pay attention in the past to the college cards, but you should be paying attention to the college cards, because these Bowman U cards are really starting to rise in popularity. And you can see from 2021 Bowman University, a couple of years ago, these were his first Bowman cards when he was with Ohio State. This is his Chrome Prospects Refractor, his Chrome Prospects Gold Refractor Autograph number /50, his Paper Prospects, that's the base card, and then also his Big Kahuna, which was a short print card, that one from 2022. Bowman Chrome University. We're looking at the first 3 in PSA 10, the Big Kahuna we're looking at in raw condition. All of these cards up anywhere between 37% and 203% over the last 30 days. It is that refractor, the Chrome Prospects Refractor from 2021, that has gone up from $38 to $115 in the last 30 days. That's a huge percentage increase. And then his Gold Refractor number /50, the autograph from the same set, has gone from $1,000 to $1,500 over the course of the last 30 days. Really, no matter what CJ Stroud card you have, whether it's these college cards from Bowman U or whether it's some of the new NFL products that recently came out, chances are you're doing well right now. Where will those cards go from here? It just probably depends on how hot Stroud remains. Keep in mind that quarterbacks can cool off. A lot of times the cards on this top 5 list will cool off and start to go back down. Whether that will happen with Stroud or not, just depends on how the Texans end their year. But good luck to him, and good luck to everybody on the top 5 list today. Good luck to you as well in your pursuit of finding cards that will go up in value. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and make sure to go get Market Movers, because that will be your best friend when tracking your collection. Once again, go to sportscardinvestor.com, click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app, and then I'll see you at Whatnot. 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight for my Whatnot giveaway on the Sports Card Investor channel. And then Thursday starting at 5 p.m. selling the 500 cards from the Nashville Card Show on the Cards HQ shop account on Whatnot. See you there.